Sawyer. Let's just get busy. Let's start moving. All right, people, get busy. I'm just thinking of my dad. People, settle down. Get ready for a boring lecture. I mean a very informative lecture. Take a little hand behind the head. You can do this. I usually don't like interlaced fingers. I usually kind of get this little stand for the nape of my neck right here. Some people need a sling. You're not pulling your head. You're just keeping that little peach under your chin. Now, we're going to do some interesting core work here. It's also a myofascial release. Get this on around the 12th rib, maybe a little above that, just superior more to your head. Look out the bottom of your eyes. Just take a little reach. What am I working? I'm working my rib cage away from your hip. And then as that rib cage kind of inchworms and crawls back towards each other, inhale as you push those ribs away from the hip and curl. I'm not pulling my head. I'm moving my ribs. Think of your ribs as closing and closing towards the hip. Now, not to be too graphic, but think about the ribs when you eat ribs. Those are your intercostals, and you want to open those intercostals and then pull them together. The more coordinated those intercostals are, the better they help you breathe. Those beautiful rib muscles are everything. They will save your life one day. Get those coordinated and organized. As you hold right here, I'm going to scoot out. You saw me kind of kick. I'm lifting my chest, and I don't have this big a move here, and what I'm doing is almost a back bend. And again, I'm hanging, man. I am not letting my face fall up. I'm looking out the bottom of my eyes for 5. And 4. My eyes, I look out the bottom of my eye, and then I look directly straight forward. Wherever my eyes are, it indicates the position of my back. If I'm looking straight forward, I'm probably a neutral spine, well, maybe would be sort of a flat back. If I'm looking out the bottom of my eyes, I'm probably in an extension, maybe hyperextension, and then curl. This is flexion, and if I'm looking in, that's flexion. Neutral, extension, hyperextension, flexion. Good. 3 more. These aren't easy. No one said it would be easy, Sooz. Last one. Float out there. Have fun. Look at that. The peach never leaves. It's always a part of this. Now, kind of bring your shoulders and bring yourself up and on. Tushy off. Wah, wah. Get that booty up. Hands are behind the head. Now, this isn't yay me, but it maybe is. So go ahead and kind of massage this area out. At first it might be a little crisis. Don't let the butt hang. Squeeze, push. This is a bridge. Get that bridge working for you. And again, I'm looking into the future. And 4 more. 4. Roll it out. Get out there for 3. You want this a little curve too. That means I'm looking into my belly. Last one. Good. Place this down. Good. Okay, that made a little spot. I couldn't move it. Now the next set, these get a little deeper. So it's called superior. If you're at your feet, that's inferior. They're not lesser, they're just lower. So if you go superior, bringing everything, going a little closer to the head with this work now. And I need that bridge here. If I don't have a bridge, maybe I need to be here. And I'm inhaling and exhaling. If not, maybe you're in your bridge and you're rolling it out. Yay, Stacy. Yay, Al. Hey, Judy Wilk, I forgot to say happy birthday. And my gorgeous and lovely Maddie Montine. Oh, sweetheart, why did I say happy birthday? I'm too busy with my own bad self. 2 more for 2. This is a wonderful one. If you're dealing with some rotator cuff issues, put the tushy down. And I mean, get out there. Lift. Get on those blades. You might feel crunching. You might feel a little quick little movement. And sometimes that rotator cuff will just kind of set itself. You're trying to get under the blade just a little bit. This is all core work. Get real, right? 4 more. Rib cage away from your hips. Rib cage to meet. Good. Couple more. 2. Use the rolling part of this barrel. roll into this. And then if you want to add that lift, go for it for 5 and 4. Ride it out. Hey, if this doesn't feel good, don't do it. There's no prerogative on this, just to do it right. And it feels good afterwards. Set your booty down. Kick your legs out, kind of pull back. All right. Well, here we are in Michigan. I don't know how many days we've been in quarantine at this point. I'm laughing and chuckling to myself because I'm thinking, some people have asked me, are you being held hostage? Just blink into the camera if you need help. I need some help. I don't know what kind. So, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this blanket. I just wanted to have it here so you could kind of see me better. Let's just get rid of it because I want to get a little tacky into this floor. I want something to kind of kick. I don't want to lose that. Slide it away somehow. Now, I want to get up on top of this guy. We've done this before. It's not a new one for us. Tuck your heel into that instep here. Get on that little Sooz. He's here. He sneaks through here. 4 more. I'm not heavy on this arm. Good. 3 more. 3. I just want to loosen up the back because this will release the lower back too. And 2, if this hurts and you find that spot, stay right there. And I just said it shouldn't hurt. You know the difference between getting hurt and working through maybe an impingement or a pinch. 2. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, this Sooz, he's never happy. There's hardly, a lot of those attachments were cut off. Thanks. That's why I'm so adamant that we work correctly. And what you do is movement that assists you, not just during the effort, like, oh, I got to throw this, bag of potatoes over my back. Is that each time you do it, you get stronger, leaner, taller, and it's not wearing us out. Okay, so get that little waistline. And the hollow, think of where that little mouse house is. It's shaped perfectly. Get that 3rd position here. Now, I kind of start at the front here and then I'll roll maybe a little bit more. If you don't have a barrel, well, guess what? I guess you could sit near your footstool and just kind of put your arm, I think it'd be pretty hard to use that footstool. I'm not going to worry about modifying it at this point. Let's just finish this set for 2. Great, last one. Good, wonderful, good, nice. And bring that up. We're just gonna push this back a little bit. I just want to keep you moving. Again, I don't like a lot of talking in these videos. If I'm talking, I'm telling you how to do something correctly, not to fill you in on my day. Now, I'm thinking of hollowing out that rib cage. So these are called mermaids. Now you take, and I'm here, and I'm using that rolling part. I don't need this arm. I don't need that right arm, but wow, does that feel good. Look at the weight of that arm. Isn't that beautiful? Think of a ballet dancer in this high 5th position. This hip isn't moving. It's the rib cage. I'm moving what's called laterally, sideways and over barrel. Push your hand over. And do you see how I do not throw my arms off my back? It's always attached. What do I mean? This shape doesn't change. What changes? My rib cage changed. You didn't see this get open more. It was the rib cage got deeper, and I know these are hard. Last one, and 1. Good, take a little turn. I'm gonna kind of just stalk this out from this knee. Give it a kick. Ooh, my Los Lobos. Los Lobos. All right, now give it a little kick. These are called swans, and they're beautiful. Extension, push out, lift into your beautiful swan. You're gonna feel a little squeeze right here. If you look, push, squeeze, right this stuff. Grab it a little tiny bit. Why? Because it opens up Mr. Sooz. Good for you. 3 more. Gorgeous. And 2. And then we're going to add a little something fancier for those at home. And 1, take a little reach and thread that needle for 8. And don't let the arms distract you. What am I doing? I'm just turning my rib cage to the opposite hip. It's like a magician. Don't watch my hands, because something else is going on behind your back. And 2 more. I know I count bad. And last one. And beautiful. Good. Kick it. Step it around. Beautiful mermaid. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I started this film at least 3 or 4 times. Tommy Schiller, you called me twice during it. Now I learned I can shut my phone off. Yay, neat. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're sitting into mermaids. I started thinking about Tommy. All right. Everybody thinks about Tommy now and then. Oh, Tommy. So this hip is light. You know, I'm missing part of it. When and I'm not going to let it tip me over. This has to be heavy. And I'm using, again, this is high fifth with arms. But look at the shape of this arm. It doesn't get pulled off. I'm pushing my rib cage laterally. 4 more. This should feel beautiful. 3. And 2 more, 2. Great, you guys. Last one. Gorgeous. Factory girl. Here, kick this out. Little Beggar's Banquet in the very background. All right. Now, again, this hip wants to go away. Kind of push into it. It's probably not going to sit on the floor as much as you want an anchor, but don't crush it. Now, kick it out and bring it forward. I don't need this thing. I mean, I don't need it. I could just lift. Yeah, you found something to do. You don't need my wicked barrel. Order a barrel for 5. I'm going to tell you something. I snuck around and tried to look into different stores. Believe me, I'm camouflaged. I'm covered head to toe. I'm washing all my clothes when I come home. But I'm looking in stores. There is no more fitness gear anywhere. Home fitness is where it is at. You're going to need a couple things. Barrel's one of them, too. Add that lift. And I mean pull up. Last one. And lift. Good work. Take a little break. Woo! Great. Now let's sit on our barrel. Checking out the front, looking straight forward. I just want to work on breathing just a little tiny bit. Now, you don't have to sit on your barrel, because this is a trick in itself. But if it's hard for you to sit on the floor, because believe me, the more we sink with the pelvis, here's my spine. And not to be gross, but you remember, you want that spine to push up. Because remember where the end of the spine is. Boom. And it can start to push out. And when it pushes out, it tucks you under and you slouch and your ribs are on your hips and your heart is hidden and kind of not working right. So pull that spine out. Good. Add the breath. Inhale deep in through the nose and part your lips and exhale. Good. 3 more. Inhale in and exhale. Last one. Inhale big. Ratchet that spine tall. And keep it tall as you exhale back and out. Good. Recross the legs. You'll always pick the easiest leg first. That's how it works. You can have your hands here. You can hang on here. Pull up, lift up, pull up, lift up. It's probably a little bit easier right there. So lift, inhale, and exhale. Just keep breathing. I'm going to talk, you know me. But I'm talking to help. Inhale. Exhale completely. It's not about inhaling. It's about getting that bad air out. Inhale. Exhale fully. Exhale. Get rid of that percussively. Get rid of it. Last one. And force that out. Good for you. Great work. Great. Now, if you want to grab some weights, go ahead. I grabbed, I got a couple 5s here because I'm a dude. I mean, I'm a girl. And I'm a girl that lifts a little bit of weight. I don't like to lift a lot of weight. I'm going to be truthfully honest with you, because I will get headaches later. And it's when you work out with me, it's not like, oh man, pretty soon I'm going to have to do more sit-ups, more this, longer that. Never. I want you to get so good at this that everything you do is just like a spot check. You know how everything's working. It's like do a diagnostics for your car. Sorry, I'm kind of messing around here. So get up on your barrel, and let's use this like a bench. So if you're a weightlifter, you'd be up here and you'd enjoy that thought. Gives you a little better range of motion. All right, now you have to push the weight straight up or they get heavier. Yay, physics. So hang on if you think you need your thumb. At the head, it does help keep the wrist in an angle that's very safe, and it's just a good reminder. Now, I'm going to kind of just hang on. I want to get a different thought here. As I lift my chest, do you see my lower back very much arch off here? Get that arch to happen. That's a weightlifter's secret here. It's not about punching, whoopee-doo, right? It's about pulling those elbows wide, opening that chest. Watch that right arm. It'll rotate weirdly. It's so beat up in there. Good. It'll start to work better. Good. 3 more. Yeah, it's when they fused my neck back together. There, it's starting to work better. The bone turns. Notice as you bend your elbows, that bone will turn. 2 more. And 2. And I know it might be a little troubling to watch me do that, but I gotta tell you, just because I can do certain things, it's not like, oh, everything works great on me. Believe me, not even close. You know what, let's just do a little tricep work right here. Grab the heads. If you have 5s, great. Try not to do more than 8s. It's just a little much. Grab here. Don't drop this on your face. Forearms towards the ceiling. Every time I push my arms gently up, I tack my navel into my spine. And 5. And 4. Now I'm not dropping my back. Nothing's moving down and up. 3. Pull my elbow. Oops, I changed the thought. And 2. And 1. Let's go for 10 more because I kind of goofed that up. Put that forearm on the ceiling. It's called a dog leg. Just see how it bends? Bend that knee backwards. And 4. I was in Roswell. Phil had a job working at that giant Spencer Theater. And so we went to Roswell, and I loved it. They said, there was a t-shirt that said, how do you tell an alien their knees bend backwards? Well, just like a dog. 4. I know I did a lot. 3. And 2. And 1. Good work. Take a little break. Good. Take a moment. All right. Drop a little bit lighter. And again, you don't need weights. You don't have to do weights. Let's just do, it's going to be a beautiful, it's a chest stretch, but it's also a little chest work. Bend your elbows, surround the barrel with that open chest. And you don't have to touch because it's not about touching. It's about opening. But what I'm really doing here is I don't let my rib cage fall apart. So when my arms come down, wrap those ribs together like a corset right underneath that chest. For 5, close those ribs. Man, does that work. And 4, lift the chest, sternum slides up towards that hyoid, right towards the throat. 3, and 2. Ooh, that elbow's kind of working a little weird. And 1, good. Take a little break. Good, roll yourself up. I see my fireplace is starting to smoke. Well, to smoke this fire. Hey, Sooz, you're pretty hot. Oh my. Here we go. Oh, I told you about my, yeah, Phil grabbed something from Blue Man. Boink. You know, it's just bungees. So if you have a couple bungees, don't cut things apart and get yourself in trouble. But this is kind of a nice little set. I can't find TheraBands to save my life right now, kids. So you kind of want to just be here for a minute. Here. And just kind of give this a pull. And a pull. Now I'm keeping, again, this is closed, and it's just a nice way to stretch the shoulder for 5. You can see I'm kind of making a fist and holding this arm over my head for 4. What am I doing? This arm is turning. And 3. See how this thumb kind of goes up and forward and up and forward. And bones, when they move, they rotate, they spiral. 2 more, last one, and 1, good. Ooh. Now, kind of get that punch a little bit and pull. I'm going to kind of push my thumb up a little bit here. Now, weirdly, well, whatever, because my left arm is a little bit stronger, although I'm right-handed because of all this work, surgery. But at this point, when you have a stronger side, it's tighter because there's more muscle. For 2. Oh my goodness. Last one. Good. Take a little break. Woo. Now don't force any of this. If your elbow burns, listen to that elbow, because he's not going to be happy later. Now you can take a kitchen towel. If you do have a TheraBand, yay you. Now you're just going to pull your elbows. Pull your elbows. I'm not falling apart. I'm just pulling my elbows down for 5 and 4 and 3. If you have questions or comments, make sure you contact me to make sure you subscribe to this channel. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to have to put a gym into your home. Get ready. Last one and 1. Good work. Take a little break. Inhale up and lift the ribs and pull down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. Open those ribs and then flow. The rib cage closes. Last one. And lift the chest. Good. Take the other leg in front, because you'll choose this one first. Good. Now, whichever leg's in front, just kind of lean, push your hip away and get yourself over. I'm not trying to touch anything. I'm trying to hollow out and just pull my elbows kind of backwards, just a little bit here. Good. And then sit up tall. That's not easy. Recross, lift, hollow, and watch. These elbows pull backwards. And then sit up tall. Good. One more set. Feet gently together. Don't grab your feet. Never grab your feet and torque. You will blow out everything you want right around there. Gently push for 5. Don't force anything, because these bones are trying to turn. They're not trying to open. Turn them for 4 and 3. Get gently in 2 and 1. Good work. Thank you. All right, so let's get busy. I'm going to get a few more pieces of apparatus. Get real, folks. We're going to have to put in some home gyms. So, Sooz from Sawyer, questions, comments, get back to me. I'm loving all the feedback. Get busy, everyone. Love you. Out.